Warning, this following video is not for women, and it only works for men. This video shares dark psychological techniques of attraction and persuasion that many women will find offensive and uncomfortable, because they give men the ability to get inside a woman's brain and make her obsessed with him. You're about to hear secrets from a New York bestseller expert on attraction, persuasion, and former FBI hostage negotiator. In this video, we are going to reveal some very uncomfortable and disturbing truths about what women secretly want in men and why they become strangely obsessed over certain types of guys. And I am absolutely sure you've never heard about these secrets before. And once you understand this, you will be able to use it on any woman to make her feel attracted and even obsessed with you. In fact, I am going to share one of my best secrets in just a minute. This is a very simple question you can ask to a colleague at work or a girl you know that will quickly reveal whether she sees you in an intimate way, if she has ever fantasized about getting physical with you, or whether she sees you in a more romantic way. Just knowing this alone saves you a ton of wasted time and guesswork. And it's also key for you to know how to play it, because if she secretly wants to get physical with you and you go in with a romantic approach, you'll put her off and she will go for another guy who is a bit more wild and risky. But if she likes you romantically but thinks you're not serious, she will randomly stop talking to you. So trust me, you should really stick around to hear about this trick. But before that, I want to tell you how I found out about all of this. Because if you're frustrated and confused with women just like I was for many, many years, then I don't want you to do the same mistakes I did. You see, I used to be the type of guy that most people would think was doing great with women. I had a good job in sales, I was making decent money, I was in good shape, had a nice car, everything you could think a woman wants. But I was still single and I'd rarely get with girls I liked. In fact, the only times I remember sleeping with girls were when I got completely wasted at a club and I got picked by the ugly fat girls at 3 in the morning. I was pretty frustrated because I'd see my ugly unemployed friend Jacob always getting hot girlfriends and banging attractive chicks in parties, and I couldn't understand why girls would seem almost magically attracted to him. Jacob was an easygoing and kind of careless guy, a bit of a jerk too. He wasn't interesting, good-looking, or even in shape. He didn't even have much money. It was weird because even if I followed all of his advice and said exactly what he did, word by word, it just wouldn't work for me. But a few months later at a birthday party when I met this girl, Emma, and she gave me her number, I was pretty excited. She made it strangely easy, which made me confused. Hot girls normally ignored me or they would lose interest quickly, so I felt like I had to do everything perfectly so that I wouldn't mess it up. She was so beautiful and so my type. Blonde, small waist, tight ass, and perfect legs. I would have killed to make her my girlfriend. I knew I was a decent guy, but I felt like she was just better than me, you know? After a week, I convinced her to come to my best friend's Halloween party with me. I was super excited that she said yes. I went to pick her up from her place, and as she came out, I was completely blown away. She was wearing the hottest costume. She had a tiny black leather skirt, bunny ears, and a black bra. I'm not sure what her costume really was, but she looked so freaking hot. I was over the moon and hoping I'd get a bit of action. I was doing everything I could to impress her, opening doors for her, getting her drinks, and doing everything I could to show that I was the perfect guy. But as the night went on, I could tell that I was doing something wrong. Even though I tried doing everything my other friends did to get with girls, she was just losing interest and looking bored. The more I tried to impress her, the less interested she seemed in me. I tried to make jokes and build some type of physical connection, but from one moment to another, she said she had to go to the bathroom and got up. I knew I had probably messed it up, and after about 20 minutes, I went to my other friends asking if they had seen her. I could see my friends looking at me with pity, like they knew it was over. Embarrassed, I decided I would just go home and forget all about it, and as I walked to the parking lot, what I saw hit me like a bucket of cold water. I saw Emma inside of a car jumping up and down at the back seat. I got worried for a moment. I thought something was happening to her. But as I looked closely, I realized she was just getting banged by my asshole friend Jacob, and she was loving every second of it. It took me a moment to realize what was going on. I saw how much she was enjoying it and how she moaned over and over as she was riding on top of Jacob. I was shocked at what I saw, and as Emma glanced through the window, she saw me standing there completely frozen. "What the fuck is your problem, asshole?" Emma screamed, looking at me with an expression of shock and horror, and I ran home. I was so angry, I felt like I wanted to vomit, Not because Emma was banging my fake friend Jacob, but because I felt so stupid, because I had a good chance and I messed it up again. I was confused and frustrated because I had no control. My dating life up until that point had been a complete disaster of confusion and frustration. I was devastated. I stayed home for a week without talking to anyone, playing video games and feeling sorry for myself. I was pretty frustrated, but I knew I had to do something about this situation at some point unless I wanted to live the rest of my life like this. So I started taking courses online and buying books on how to seduce women. Some of them were interesting, but it always felt fake, like it wasn't really genuine. I studied these programs for months and tried what they said in bars and nightclubs, and although I got laid a couple times, I soon realized that I hate loud bars full of drunk people, and the women that respond to these tactics are not even attractive. They are mostly chubby girls with tons of makeup and boring personalities. I didn't want to spend my time with girls that I wasn't attracted to and having to put up with horrible hangovers and expensive bar tabs. But I just didn't want to give up. I still wanted to know how to date hot girls and make them loyal to me. So what was it that suddenly changed everything for me? After 2 months, I was suddenly in the big leagues. I was getting laid a couple times a week. I dated a few models, and it was so easy to make them my girlfriends. I even had that girl Emma reach out to me to apologize and ask me to give her a second chance. So I banged her once and never talked to her again. I just didn't want her anymore. I realized that the only reason why I wanted her to be my girlfriend is because she was hot, but she had nothing else to offer. Now that I had dated many more hot girls, suddenly my priorities shifted. I didn't only care about looks, but also about kindness and loyalty. Well, it all started when I read an article in the British Health magazine about this weird thing called the dopamine reward system. Maybe you've watched a documentary called Social Dilemma. Well, it talks about how social media apps and casinos use dopamine to become highly addictive, and they hack our emotional system and gain control over our impulses and desires. And as I researched more about it, I was shocked and sometimes disgusted. Now, you may think that this isn't a big deal, and it only applies to things like video games or phone apps. But dopamine is one of the strongest and most addictive neurotransmitters in our brain, and it can be naturally released with specific activities, behaviors, and even people. For example, have you ever been on a diet? If so, you must have realized that this is the moment when you crave fattening food the most, because it's taken away from you. Well, as I discovered, there are a few different behaviors and things you can say to women that will release these type of dopamine rushes. And when you switch them on for no specific reason, she will begin to feel uncontrollably attracted to you. This is the same reason why an attractive and beautiful woman may constantly go back with a toxic ex-boyfriend when everyone tells her she should move on. It may seem like she has so many good options to date, but she can't stop feeling like she needs to be with this man, because this man is triggering this same dopamine rushes, and as soon as she is not with him, she wants him back. You see? Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever been rejected by a woman you wanted despite of how good you were for her, and she may even have mentioned how great of an option you were, but in the end, she still ended up going for some other guy who seemed like the worst possible option, or maybe even her ex? Well, this is simply because she didn't feel the right combination of chemicals that made her feel hooked to you. You see, you cannot convince a woman to be attracted to you. It just doesn't work like that. You can't make her feel attracted to you through logic and reason. But when you tap into this biological drive, it's almost like you gain a superpower. Because look, if you ask a woman what she wants, she will say that she wants a kind and caring guy who buys her flowers and treats her like a princess. But that is her rational brain talking. Because I once did all of that, and I was still struggling and feeling confused, getting rejected all the time, and never getting the women that I really wanted. Because women can say one thing, but their rational mind just has no clue of what they really desire in a man. And when I began to research more about this dopamine system in women, I really began to understand what the primitive female brain desires, and a completely different picture appeared. I knew I was onto something. I bought book after book, from medical studies to cults and even romance novels. I went through every book with a highlighter. I was looking for the stuff that caused women to become attracted, turned on, and eventually to fall in love with a man. And it was crazy, because whether the book was about how people join cults, extremist political movements, or even kinky fantasy novels, the thing that made women completely fall and become fully devoted was always this dopamine reward system. It seemed like there was a very clear formula, and when it was followed, it made the women completely hooked with the man. I researched cult leaders like Bikram and Manson, and it turned out that they all use these same obsession principles to make women see them as their savior and leader. So I went even deeper and visited a very famous evolutionary scientist in Harvard. And when I showed this to him, he revealed that this dopamine obsession programming is something that humans are born with. Literally from the moment we're born, we're already programmed for it, and there are thousands of years of evolution to back it up. And you'll find that when you use this formula on a woman, she can't help but give herself to you. It's totally subconscious. She will begin to think that it's fate, and it may feel unfair that you're the one creating this feeling in her mind. But trust me, this power feels so much better than living confused and frustrated because your dream woman rejects you and she leaves for someone else, simply because you don't know what to do to keep her hooked. And look, what I'm about to say is painful to hear, but pay close attention because it is truly eye-opening. This phenomenon is actually the same pattern that leads a married woman to cheat on her man. If her own husband can't stimulate the dopamine reward circuit in her mind, she will think that something is wrong with her body because she just can't get turned on. Perhaps she will even claim she has a hormonal imbalance that stops her from feeling aroused or something like that. But the truth is that her body doesn't feel any primal desire for him. So she will naturally gravitate to someone who can tap into this circuit. Someone like her boss, personal trainer, or a colleague at work, and she will end up sneaking out to spend time with him secretly without even knowing why she is doing it. That's because this is totally subconscious and it leads women to act purely based on their emotions. So after months of researching this psychological phenomenon, I mapped out the pattern on my whiteboard and created a step-by-step system of things to do to produce these dopamine rushes in women. Now, another thing that always frustrated me is how to go from getting a woman's number to dating her to making her my girlfriend. That whole process always seemed very confusing to me. It felt like if I messed up even in one single step, it was game over. And I know I'm not the only one who is frustrated with this, but there is just no way around it. I'm sorry to be the one telling you. Women do this intentionally hard because they want to discard the guys who don't really understand how to get around her mind and satisfy her emotional desires. I'm sure you have felt the same frustration of having a beautiful girl randomly start losing interest, taking longer to reply to your messages and even ghosting you after a while. Well, it took me a while to figure this one out, but by applying the dopamine obsession formula, I figured out exactly what women want every step of the way, so I just never made one of these mistakes again. In fact, when I started using this formula, girls started to tell me that this was so unusual for them that they had never met a guy like me before. That all other guys are either too pushy or they take everything so slow that they even question if the guy's straight. I was recently with a girl who told me, "I can't believe it, I met you 2 days ago, and now we're in your bed like we know each other for months." This is because when you do this right, the escalation feels completely natural, because she trusts you quickly and follows your lead without questioning it. So I worked on this system every day, and after about 6 months, I started dating a 10 out of 10. One morning I went to Starbucks to pick up a coffee, and she was working there as a barista. I was blown away with how hot she was. A stunning blonde girl with long legs and the perfect shape, soft light skin, long shiny hair, and the best ass I've seen in a while. I followed the exact steps of my formula and got her number. We went for a drink that same night and I hit a home run. And after less than 3 weeks, she was already my girlfriend. The mind-blowing thing about this system is that it did all the work for me. For example, I was always confused about how and when to make the first move, like touching each other or kissing her. I didn't want to be too fast and freak her out, but I also feared that if I went too slow, she would get bored. But I figured out exactly how to know when you should make a move, and how to tell if she wants you to go faster or get to know each other more slowly. All you need to do is follow my step-by-step formula, and she will follow your lead wherever you want to go. Like everything in my system, you are the one in total control. You don't need to spend tons of money for her to like you. You don't need to go to clubs or bars to awkwardly approach women, and you don't need to pretend to be anyone you're not. Because this system I discovered works on a biological level, and it's much deeper than our social programming, so it doesn't matter what her political or religious views are. Sure, they can make things a bit slower or a bit faster, but in the end, what works on one woman works on almost any woman. And it doesn't matter if you're out of shape, if you're much older than her, if you're not good looking or very confident. Think about this. Women can be attracted to a man who is tall, rich, and handsome. But if he doesn't trigger the desire circuits in her mind, she will not be able to develop any feelings of attraction towards him. She will just see him like a very good friend, a very nice guy, but will never understand why she doesn't feel any physical attraction for him. Sure, it helps if you have all of that, but it's more like a bonus, because the most important thing is that you are able to tap into the circuits that make her feel desire. So if you have been feeling confused, frustrated, and even hopeless when it comes to understanding how to make women feel desire for you, I want you to know that there isn't just hope, but certainty. You can get an absolutely amazing woman too, the woman you never knew how to get before today. But today, everything changes for you, because I am sharing this new system for the first time. This system gives you the power of choice, and it shows you how you can use it in your own authentic way. No need for cheesy pickup lines or dumb tricks to memorize. Just a simple step-by-step system to produce the chemicals that will make her feel attracted and even obsessed with you. It's so simple that anyone can apply it. There's just nothing easier out there. I created this system specifically for men who are kind of like I used to be. Confused, nervous, and frustrated of seeing the girls he wanted always going with someone else. Always seeing other guys who aren't good-looking or interesting magically pull the hot girls and getting all the success that I wanted. If that's you, I can't wait to hear how my system has helped you get your next girlfriend. I carefully created this step-by-step program to work for any guy that gets access to it. So if you ever wanted the knowledge and power that makes any woman feel emotionally obsessed with you, then that's what I'm about to teach you. I know you're probably thinking, all right, this sounds great, but how do I get started? Well, let me introduce you to a program that I've been working on for the last few months. I called it the 7-Day Obsession Program. Why? Because you can get through this whole program in less than just 1 week. And once you start using these psychological triggers on a woman, she literally becomes obsessed with you. The program covers everything. That means this will work for the oldest, dumbest, and poorest guy. And if you think you're just average, then this method will make hot and beautiful women beg you to come home with them as soon as you start triggering the psychological circuits. And this isn't like all the other programs you may have tried before. This isn't a program on how to get laid and that's it. It's a program for men who want to make women commit fully, physically, and emotionally. And it's the only program that has real science to back it up. But that doesn't mean it's hard to use. Once you decide to start the 7-Day Obsession Program, it puts everything on autopilot. All you have to do is set it and press go. That means you won't have to spend money on wasted dates, other courses, or stupid dating apps, and you can pretty much go from first date to home run quicker and easier than ever before. Now, if you're here right now, that means you saw one of our recent ads online. If so, you're one of the lucky few who I've opened this program up to. You see, this program is brand new, and I'm only opening up some slots to a very few lucky guys. So here are just a few things you'll learn in my 7-Day Obsession Program. I'll teach you exactly when and how to make a move, when to ask her out, when to go in for a kiss, and when to escalate to a full-out home run. You'll never make a mistake and get rejected using my techniques because you'll know exactly how to turn her on the right way. You'll learn my curiosity trigger, which will make a girl instantly interested in you. I'll teach you my desire emotion sequence that will make a girl turned on and wanting you right away. Very few guys really know how to activate the desire emotions and make her crave you more than anything else. I will teach you how to make her feel a deep desire for you, the type of desire that makes her obsessed over you and makes her think about you all day long, as well as my secret emotional spiking tactic that will make her want to sleep with you on the same night. You will get the 4 kinds of text messages that turn her on and begging you to meet with her. I'll teach you a special story you can tell any girl to make her feel a deep and subconscious connection with you. You will know how to keep her committed to you and interested so that she dreams about marrying you. And you'll also learn my subliminal attraction technique. This is a simple sequence of tricks any man can do that will make a woman think about sleeping with you immediately. Now, I could go on for hours about what's covered in the 7-Day Obsession Program, and I still wouldn't even be scratching the surface. This program is so comprehensive and complete that there literally has been nothing else like it before. And it's been so powerful and effective for the men that used it that I don't even know where to begin. Just listen to one of the voicemails I got the other day.
Hey, Sensei. It's Ryan here. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I bumped into your course a couple of months ago, just scrolling on social media. And I just want to say how it worked for me. I'll be honest, for my whole life I've been pretty anxious and nervous talking to girls, and I really wanted to sort this part of my life, which I'd ignored for so long. Well, after trying your program for 2 weeks, I have to say, it's literally changed the way I see women, and it felt like night and day. I was so scared of scenarios that really only existed in my mind. Now I can easily connect with girls that I wasn't even able to talk to before. And I've been going out with 2 girls right now, actually. It literally feels like a superpower. I just never thought something like this existed. So I just want to say thanks, man.
Now, I could go on for hundreds of hours with stories about how my obsession method has worked for countless guys out there, but I know you're curious yourself. You're curious if this program will be as effective and easy for you as it was for those guys. And I can answer that. Yes, it will, without a doubt. Everything from meeting her, to getting her number, to dating, and to getting her to commit to you forever. It's all here. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and watch how she will begin to develop feelings of attraction and respect for you. How she gives you that sexy look that screams, "I crave you," in a way that I've never felt for anyone before. And how she stops thinking about any other man. All the pain that you've felt in the past where women have gone cold and lost attraction is all history. No more being friend-zoned or rejected. No more being the guy that finishes last. And no more seeing the woman that you want go for someone else. And I have to tell you, if you're anything like David, having that feeling of complete control is priceless. So what do you have to do to get these type of results? Pay the $3,000 per day that I charge for live coaching, the $2,000 a month that I charge for email coaching, or even the $497 my marketing director told me to charge. Fuck that, not even close. Look, this program is brand new, and I want to get as many guys as I can to try it out, to show the world how well it works. And to make this deal even more insane, I am going to throw in 3 bonus modules to make it an absolute no-brainer for you. The first bonus you're getting is the How to Know When She Wants You to Approach Her course. Just imagine this for a second. Imagine walking into the supermarket and seeing a really hot girl shopping in the wine section, picking up a bottle of red wine. Your mind starts rushing. You want her badly but feel scared of rejection and don't want to look like a creep. But all of a sudden you look at how she moves. You pay attention at the way she walks and looks around, and you notice the very subtle body language cue that says, "I've had such a stressful week, I need to get laid tonight." And you know exactly what you have to do. You go in and talk to her straight away and know exactly what to say, knowing that she is already wishing for a man to come up to her, and you skip all the stupid guesswork. You don't have to feel the pain of getting rejected. This bonus is normally priced at $100, but it's included with the 7-day obsession program today for free. The second bonus you're getting is my module, Naughty Messages. I know you've been there. You're alone lying in bed at night and wondering how you can get that hot coworker of yours out for one drink and then straight into your bed. Well, with this module, I'll teach you exactly the type of text you need to send her to get her turned on and secretly wanting to meet up with you. This bonus is normally priced at $77, but it's included in this package today for free. And finally, you'll also be getting my hidden chemistry bonus, valued at $100. In this module, I'll teach you some very odd secrets that most men will never know about how to create attraction through simple conversation. This $100 bonus is included for free, but only if you register for the 7-day obsession program today. You get all of these bonuses only for joining this program today. If you were to buy all of these programs individually, you'd be paying well over $2,000. But listen up. Normally, the price of my program goes for $247, and at that price, I have guys begging to get access. But again, today I'm running a special promotion to ensure that you leave with the most powerful female brain hacking system that has ever existed. Today, you're not going to pay $247. You're not even going to pay $100. If you register today, you get everything you see here for just one single payment of $47. That's right. You get over $2,000 worth of psychological attraction tools for only the price of a freaking video game. But unlike a video game, what you get here will change your life forever, and you will have fun in the real world for as long as you want. No extra costs, no hidden fees, and no subscriptions. Only a one-time payment for $47, and that's it. But I have to really warn you about this, because once this special launch promotion is over, 2 things are going to happen. First, the price is going to go back up to $247. And again, even at that price, it's worth every penny. And second, I'll be removing all the free bonuses that you're getting, which I'll continue to sell separately, so I cannot stress how good this value is. And another thing, once we get enough men to fill out the first 1,000 spots, we're going to close this promotion. This may happen tomorrow, or it may happen a week from now. I have no idea. So if you're even a little bit interested, you have to register today. Because if you come back tomorrow and you see the regular $247 price, don't email me asking for the discount. You won't get it. So today only, you can get my full program and all of these bonuses I told you about for only $47. And to remove any more doubts you may have, I am willing to give you the entire system for free. Here is how it works. Join my program right now, and over the next 60 days, if you notice that this system is not working for you, if women don't begin noticing you, giving you signs of interest, and you're not going on dates with women that you're actually attracted to, I'll give you a 100% refund. All you need to do is get through the program and apply what we teach you inside. You're not only getting access to this system for a stupidly low price, but if you don't get any results from it, all you have to do is send me an email and get every single penny back. All the risk is on me. So please, click the Order Now button below this video before this offer ends. Now, you have two options right now. Option one, you leave this page and you think about it. You'll continue struggling with attractive women. Maybe you'll get lucky every now and then with women who are below your league, but you'll never feel 100% satisfied, let alone find the girl of your absolute dreams. Women will continue blowing you off for other, more attractive men, and you'll continue down the exact same path of loneliness and mediocrity. Or you can pick option two. You can scroll down and click the Order Now button. You'll immediately enroll in the most powerful attraction program. Women will start showing you signals of interest. You will know when they're subconsciously attracted to you and give you subtle signs that most men aren't able to read. And you will know exactly when a woman is turned on and take your shot without wasting your time. You see, I can't tell you the number of times my students have randomly met women who were just having a stressful week, and that specific day they simply needed a man to take the pressure of and fully let go. You see, the majority of men have it easy. If they're turned on one day, it's as simple as going online, finding some dirty videos, and polishing their rocket. However, women are not the same. Women aren't visual like men are. If a woman is turned on one day, she just wants a man to deal with it. A man who understands what makes her aroused. And she doesn't care what his job is, what his opinions are. She just couldn't care less about all that. She just wants to have some fun and carry on with her life. No romance, no getting to know each other. Just have some quick fun and let go of her problems. And once you begin to know these hidden signs and how to use them in your favor, you will notice how their eyes will widen when they look at you, and they'll be fantasizing naughty thoughts about you all day long. And it will only be a matter of time before you meet that really amazing woman that you want to build a life with. The one person that you'll call your girlfriend or even your wife. And even if this course doesn't work for you, but I know it will, you can email me for a 100% refund. And this isn't a system that you'll be studying for days and weeks. It's so simple that it will work rapidly and effectively for anyone who decides to try it. Most of the guys I've talked to have gone through the system only once, and they experience results that will last a lifetime. And if you leave this page, you risk experiencing the worst kind of regret. You'll constantly be asking yourself, what if? What if you were able to learn even one thing that would make that one girl you have a crush on obsessed with you forever? What if you knew the simple things that made women helplessly attracted to you for as long as you wanted? To make her wish, want, and need you more than anything else in the world? What if you missed out on the kind of power that made any woman you want respect you and admire you? What if you missed out on finding the love of your life? Or worse, what if you lived a life full of more heartbreak, more pain, more nights alone spent staring at the ceiling, wondering why she just doesn't feel anything for you? I really don't want this to happen to you, and it simply doesn't have to be this way. All you have to do to get started is click the Order Now button below, and you can stop fantasizing about that beautiful woman you want and finally make her yours. You can stop creeping her social media profile and begin using the techniques on her. You'll learn exactly what you need to know to fill her brain with thoughts of lust, desire, and obsession for you. Maybe you'll find that one special girl that you want to marry, that woman you want to spend the rest of your life with. This can all be yours if you just click the Order Now button below, and you can start using these very effective psychological hacks to get her addicted to you, to make her dream of kissing you, hugging you, and doing whatever you want. Imagine how amazingly powerful you'll feel once this begins working for you. Remember, you have a full 60 days to try this program without any risk. Literally, all the risk is on me. And if this doesn't work for you, all it takes is one email and you get all of your money back. And really ask yourself, haven't you noticed some men just have no problem attracting women? Some of these men aren't even handsome or rich, but they have a hidden something that makes them special. I've been studying this hidden magnetic obsession for years, and you can have it too if you just follow my simple steps inside the program. It doesn't matter if you've never felt confident before, if women always rejected you, if you're shy, introverted, or boring. Like I said, this is really easy to do. The problem is that nobody's really talking about it. Everyone is trying to give you advice on how to be attractive to women, but none of them have a single clue of how this game really works. And it is so much easier than everyone thinks. Once you join this program, I'll teach you exactly what to say, when to say it, how to act, and what to do every step of the way. Just click the Order Now button to get started. Now look, I could go on for hours and hours about how my program is going to help you get laid or find a girlfriend. But the only way you're going to be able to know is if you try this system out for yourself. So please make yourself a favor and invest in yourself this time. Most people go around life wasting money in garbage entertainment, trash food, and alcohol. That's money that will never come back. Literally money inside the trash can. Very few men are smart enough to recognize that investing in knowledge and in their own life is the best thing they can do. The price of this program is nothing compared to what you're getting here. You could spend that money buying yourself a video game, a meal at a restaurant, a subscription to a dating site, or even out on a date with a woman you don't even like. But all of that would be a complete waste. I can tell you that if you get through this program, I am absolutely sure that you will look back at this moment and realize that this was one of the best investments that you have made in your entire life. And even if you're in a difficult financial situation and you want to save money, a ridiculous $47 in your bank account will do nothing for you, and you will walk away from this video knowing that you didn't pull the trigger to take a chance for the most important person in your life, yourself. So do not cheap out for a bit of pocket change. Stop wasting your time and energy overthinking your life and your problems, and start putting your actions where your mouth is. I could have made all of this content public and give it away for free, but 3 things would have happened. 1, you would have never seen the ad on social media that brought you here, because advertising online is extremely expensive. 2, all of the secrets that I'm about to reveal would become less effective, because everybody would know them, including women. And 3, I would only attract people who don't believe in themselves and aren't willing to invest in their life. By charging for this program, I am able to only attract the men who are ready to take action and who take their life seriously. So if you made it all the way to this moment of the video, you know that this is for you. So do not lie to yourself right now. Do not cheap out and walk away empty-handed, because this is the moment to take your shot. Trying to figure this out by yourself could take you entire years of pain, rejection, and frustration. But right now you can skip all of that if you just take your shot and give this program a try. Your payment is fully protected with the most advanced encryption system there is in the internet. We use the same payment processing encryption as the biggest companies out there, such as Amazon.com and Google. So your card information is completely safe. You literally have nothing to lose right now. Once you pay the $47, you get to keep this program for life. No hidden costs or subscriptions. Just one single payment of $47, and that's it. Think about it. How much are $47 worth to you? How much money have you wasted on boring dates that didn't go anywhere? Or in relationships that you were not even satisfied with? This is literally the best investment that you can make right now for this insignificant amount of money. So do not let this chance go to waste. Once your payment is processed, you will automatically receive a link in your email with instructions to start watching the materials. All of the contents on the program are fully digital, so you can watch it anywhere at any time as long as you have a computer or a smartphone. We have about 3 hours of video content that you can watch from the comfort of your home, and you can start applying it as soon as you're done watching. No need to wait for any box on the mail to arrive or go anywhere. You can literally start learning all my secrets as soon as your payment is completed. So just click the button below this video and I will see you inside the program.